Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets was able to keep their core together. They got Jokic, who's a one-on-one player, Aaron Gordon. They got Jamal Murray. They got MPJ. So they're able to keep their core together. As far as title contention, do you think they can? Do you think they can repeat? Do you think they can go back to back?
I think they can. I think they are the most dangerous team, and cause I'm one of the people who like to think that until you beat the champion, they're the champs. So until you prove them wrong, they the best team. You know, they kept their core together, which is always good when a championship team.
Yeah.
But I will say this. We have seen it fail a couple of times, bringing your core back and not adding a piece to it. So there is always the championship hangover.
Right.
So you have to be able to make sure that the team is centered on the same goal, you know, to try to win the championship. Everybody's hungry for it. Because some people tend to get lackadaisical after they win one. They don't put the same amount of effort as they usually would if they have a championship. So the main problem with them is just keep everything and everybody focused. I think Jokic is one of them players who wants to be great, like what we'll be talking about on other episodes. I think he really wants to be the greatest center to ever play basketball, ever. You know, and he's working on it. He's working on it. You know, 2 MVPs, so we got the MVPs out the way. Now you got a Finals MVP out the way. You got a ring out the way. Right. Now all they got to do is be playing the way he's playing. And it could be, man, Denver could be trouble if Jamal stay healthy.
Right. Right. So, Caesar Sportsbooks got them as the title favorites going into the 23-24 season. I think you're on to something when you say Jokic want to be the greatest center ever play. Matter of fact, probably want to be the greatest player to ever play. This is the first player in NBA history. Jordan didn't do this. Will Chamberlain didn't do this. Bill Russell didn't do this. To lead the playoffs in all 3 major categories: points, assists, and rebounds.
Yeah.
First one ever do that, and he did it against great competition. How do you feel about that?
You know how I feel about it. I love a player who wants to be the best, man, who gets up in the morning and he wants to play basketball. And that's what it's about. He's the epitome of what being an NBA player is about. Is eat, shit, talk, everything basketball. You know what I mean? You know,
right.
If you ain't doing it for this reason, then what are you doing it for? Because, like, being great, you know, what comes along with being great? Rings, MVPs, money. So be that dude. And he got in his head, well, this is a no-brainer. All I got to do is be great. Y'all put some good people around me, and boom, we good. He ain't, you know, sound like he really be tripping off money or none of that stuff. I'm just here to ball, you know?
Right. Agreed.
I love that about him. I love that.
So the Denver Nuggets key departures, they lost what's his name, Bruce Brown, and they also lost Jeff Green. Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, it don't look like they did anything to replace those 2.
Was Justin Holiday on their team?
Justin Holiday?
Yeah.
All right. Not that I saw. So
they got Braxton Key, and they got him. Was that Justin Holiday? Let me make sure I read that right. I think that's his name. I think it was Justin. Come on. Where you at, brother? Yeah, Justin. It was Justin Holiday. And they got Jalen Strawweather, Jalen Pickett. His name sounds familiar.
I'm not really familiar with. I just know he's a guard. I know you're a guard, and I know you're about 6'4". I just don't.
What about this Hunter Tyson dude?
Right. The reason why I mentioned losing Bruce Brown and Jeff Green, it just don't seem like Denver is very deep at all.
Yeah. With
Jamal Murray injury history and BJ injury history, and they if one of those guys go down, can they sustain a winning record at least until one of them comes back? I think Bruce Brown and Jeff Green was a big part of them winning so many games and getting that number one seed going into the playoffs. What do
definitely Bruce.
Yeah, definitely Bruce.
Bruce was more like he was like in the 6-man, you know, conversation for a second and stuff. So losing him was big.
Great defender, great rebounder at his height, physical guy, high character guy.
Yeah.
What do you do when one of your major guys go down?
Well, you just got to hope somebody steps up and wants to play that role. You know, that's all you can really do. If they felt like they didn't need to bring him back, they obviously felt comfortable with the team that they had.
Right.
I think that maybe losing him opens up room for, how you say his name, Khan, or how you say his name?
Who you talking about?
Christian Braun, my bad.
Braun, yeah.
It opens up a little more minutes for him. You know, we get to see if he's going to be the next Austin Reeves, you know. So, you know, he would have to step up and do that. You know, he would have to become the next Bruce Brown.
I forgot. Brown. Dude was pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, he nice. I think that's why they wasn't tripping off losing Bruce that much, because they had him.
Yeah, so I ain't mad at that. Good point. So Jokic is 28, Jamal Murray 26, Michael 25, Aaron Gordon, I think he's 26 or 27. What do you think? Do you think this on a cusp of a dynasty sort of thing, or was this just a one-off?
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say because so many teams got so good in the West, and they got good because of them. But the one thing that they got over most of the teams is they got chemistry. And chemistry can be the most deadliest thing on the court when you already know where a person's going to be before he get there and stuff like that. That could be dangerous. So if they can maintain the chemistry, man, they still are the most dangerous team. Losing people. I like Bruce Brown's attitude, too. He had that little kind of like almost enforcer type attitude at the guard, too. So they're just going to need somebody to step up and take that role, man. And Jokic just got to be Jokic. And Jamal got to be Jamal. You know, I don't really think health has been a big thing for Jamal. I think he just had one major injury, you know. Oh, he had two. It was two. No, well, I mean, it was the same injury, though, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that like injury problem. I would call that like trying to get back too soon, and then, you know.
Yeah.
So, Dynasty, man, the Warriors, it's the Warriors, and, you know, Phoenix got good. They yet to still get a point guard though, but I don't know, man. And like a dynasty means they can win the next 2 or 3. With the
Phoenix,
I don't think they win this one. I think they win the next couple after because they are so young. You know, I think this team is a lot of people put a lot of money into this upcoming year in the West. They're gonna have a dogfight with a lot of teams, man. It's about a half a Billy floating around the West, like, you know what I mean?
That's what I love about the Western Conference. Just year after year, you got about 5 or 6 teams at any given moment can get hot and make title runs. Yeah. Dallas, Golden State, LA. Yeah, I'm about to say both LA Lakers and Clippers.
Yeah. Clippers, they could be one of the most dangerous teams if they healthy.
If they healthy,
if Kawhi decide to play a whole season, like, that's danger. Like, you know what I mean? And Jamal would have to be doing what he was doing against a team like the Clippers or a team like the Lakers. And I don't really think Jokic that's a triple double waiting to happen. You know, I don't really think he the issue. Is everybody else having to do, like KCP, he got to get that 18, got to average, his average got to get up to that 15, 16, 17, up in that area, like the 12s and the 11s and 13s. They ain't going to cut it this season, you know what I mean?
So Jokic drafted at in the second round at 41 during, like, what was it, a Subway commercial or something like that.
Pay attention to draft, man. Like, so far as picks, because we done seen so many bad picks at the upper levels, and so many people at the middle levels be better than the people at the top. So I don't really pay attention. You know, every 3 or 4 years, that number one pick is the guy. You know what I mean?
The point I was making, him being drafted so low, he's the latest player drafted to win a MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Him winning an MVP, and from where he's come from, the reason why he was drafted so low, because he doesn't pass the eye test. He isn't super fast, can't jump high, seems to be out of shape, but surprisingly, he's the one who's always available to play. He's always, he's the MVP favorite. Not super strong or anything.
Them sloppy body dudes be known for that kind of stuff, though, like the Bill Lambiers and the Larry Birds. You know what I mean? Them sloppy bodies, man, they be rubbery. They can take it bouncing off. It kind of remind me. I don't know if you ever seen Kung Fu Hustle. You ever seen Kung Fu Hustle? Remember the OG couple? Remember the husband that he punch him and he bing, like.
Oh,
that's Jokic, man. He just bounce off him. BBM said they a dynasty team as long as they stay healthy. Yeah, you're right. I believe that if they can stay healthy and everybody else don't stay healthy, yeah, they could be a dynasty.
I think because they're going to come back with a newfound confidence. They just won a title. Usually after you win a title, you get title confidence.
Yeah, well, said it right. You got to at least win 2 before you start considering them a dynasty team. That's facts.
It's a question being thrown out already, because everyone is still so young. Jokic hadn't had any major injuries.
Yeah.
Mike Malone is a great coach.
Yeah. But they still just won 1, though. And they have a lot of teams in their conference that got more than 1.
Yeah.
You know, and it's still Warriors are the most scariest team in the West, because if they stay healthy, can't nobody outshoot them. They really be up in the top 10 and top, in the 5s playing defense. So, they can't outshoot the Warriors.
No.
They have to outplay the Warriors. If the Warriors is on, everybody's in trouble. Like, if Clay play anything, any inkling back into the 16, 17, 18 Clay, if we play anything like that, everybody's in trouble. The Lakers, if they decide this team chemistry comes together, as they were like Denver. Yeah. Denver, Clippers. The Clippers seem to like playing with each other. Man, if they get Kawhi back and he actually wants to play this season, they one of the most dangerous teams. So,
Hey, CJ said dynasty is a taboo word. It's like love. You can't say it until it's real.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave y'all with this.
I don't know where you been at. People been throwing love out like it's like
they shouldn't know. And I guess that's the point he made.
No, but yeah, no.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Jokic is a one-on-one. He was a back-to-back MVP, and honestly, the reason why he didn't win 3 MVPs in a row is because he won back-to-back MVPs, and people like, let somebody else get it. So with that newfound championship,
Embiid earned that. Don't do him like that.
I think I ain't gonna say the D word, but I do think another title could be coming to Denver. Maybe not next year, but the following years, yeah. So